Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It's Garlaanx here bringing you a new Neverwinter video, and today, as the title suggests, I wanted to test the damage on the new 4 mythic companions, and yeah, they're all doo-doo. They're all doo-doo butter. That's it. That's the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't buy them. They're not worth the price tag. That's all I got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Come on now. So yeah, we did testing on them. I believe Aragon did them like a week ago already, but I wanted to have more of a discussion than just the raw numbers and everything. So if we open our inventory, you have the Elminster, Makos, Lanu, and then the Garlaanx. So let's just get right into the nitty gritty, guys. So let's look at Elminster here. Here is his powers and whatnot. And then if we go right into the DPS charts, you can see he's coming in with almost 22k encounter DPS. But yeah, it's bad. I mean, there are plenty of other companions out there that are way better than this as far as active companions go. Let's go ahead and look at Makos here. Makos' power. And then if we bring up his raw damage potential, he's coming in at 18,000 encounter DPS. Again, nothing spectacular. And then we have Lanu. Bring up her statistics here. Let's bring in her DPS. You can see she was coming in around about 15,000, a little over 15,000 encounter DPS. Keep in mind that it is technically a healing companion, so I mean, if you're using Lanu, you expect her to be healing more than doing damage to begin with. And then finally, we have the Garlaanx, which surprised me because it's actually the worst out of the 3. I was expecting it to be the best out of the 3, but it's not. His abilities are just bad, and having the Wand of Web doesn't do any damage, so that's one less damaging ability he has. So if we bring up his raw DPS charts here, he's coming in at barely over 11.3k encounter DPS. You can see the graceful swordplay does a lot of damage, and the illusion fireball does decent damage as well. However, you know, it's not fast enough, whatever the case may be. So if we close these, let's bring up all 4 real quick here, just so you guys can compare them. Like I said, surprisingly, Elminster was pretty much the best out of the 4. And then Makos, Lanu, and Garlaanx. So all the testing was done in the training room, all single target testing, non-AoE situational. This was all single target testing. With whatever my base statistics are, you know, no influence from other statistics or anything like that. Just companion doing testing. This was on the 5k item level dummy, so you can see how bad Garlaanx actually is. It only took 2 minutes and 27 seconds for Elminster to do almost 22k encounter DPS and kill the 5k item level totem, but it took almost double the time, 4 minutes and 22 seconds to kill the same boss with half the encounter DPS. So that's how bad Garlaanx is as a summoned companion. Now, what's this all mean? What's the discussion? Well, essentially, if you're paying a premium price tag to randomly get one of these, now I already made a video on this discussing it, but it was a random companion, right? You were paying $60 with a 20% discount. If it was full price, you'd be paying almost 8,000 Zen, which is $80. So with the discount, the 20%, it was $60, 6,000 Zen for a random one of these. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you're paying a premium price tag, if you're paying real life currency for anything, you expect it to perform at least semi-decent. Now, I'm not saying they had to introduce these into the game and they had to be best in slot as active companions, but they need to at least be comparable to some of the companions that we have. Now, companions have been worked on you know, nonstop. The balancing issue is always going to be an issue going forward, even when they introduce new companions into the game. And that's just because there are so many companions in the game. It's hard to balance and fine-tune, 200 plus companions. But at the same time, these should be at least worthwhile. Their statistics were bad, their abilities as being an active companion are bad. The only one that's really worthwhile, in my opinion, is the Garlaanx because of the accuracy or whatever. So, if we take these off the screen, jump back in game here, like I said, if you're paying $60 for a random one of these and you only want one of them, that's an issue in itself. Again, we talked about that in the previous video when these were first introduced. So you have the 7.5% accuracy. That's the only thing here. Lanu is forte in outgoing healing. It's decent, but there's better active bonuses for healers currently. Makos has the 10% chance, which I also parsed the damage on that. We'll talk about that momentarily. And then Elminster has the tanking one with the shield. It's dog shit. It's not good. So essentially, you're putting a premium product on the market that you expect people to buy, and they're bad. The main argument is as well, this is 4 new Mythic account-wide companions, so it helps your account, so now you can have 4 more Mythics on your account to get that 100% bolster. But if you're actively playing multiple characters, you need to get the companions that your character actually needs and upgrade those to Mythic anyway. So the argument about paying $60 just to get 4 Mythic companions that are account-wide, just to get that 100% active bolster, it's kind of irrelevant. That's not a valid argument, because if you're playing any of your alternate characters, then you need the companions that are going to boost your statistics to max out that character, not just random ones to get 100% bolster. Now, if you have, 20 characters and you don't necessarily care about the statistics, you're just running them through daily queues or whatever. But is it worth the price tag? How much would you have to pay to get all 4 of these? Remember, it's random. On preview, when I did all the testing, it actually took me 10. It took me 10 boxes to get one of each. That's, $600? $600! Who in their right mind is paying $600 in Neverwinter in 2022? Now, of course, everyone's RNG is going to be different. You can open up 4 and get one of each right off the rip. But that's not going to happen. It's RNG based. It's random, so you don't know which one you're going to get. So, we do have the Makos here with his Consumed Soul, 10% chance on hit to deal 90 magnitude psychic damage and heal you for 5% of your hit points. So here's the thing. I said this in the other video as well. These powers are garbage. They're hot garbage, okay? They need to either be scaled with your buffs or something, multiplicative instead of additive, something. Because these bonuses are just garbage. All of them. All of the bonuses in game that have damage of magnitude, whatever, even the ones that are 150 magnitude damage, they're bad. They're bad. They've been proven to be bad. So if you're a new player, do not use these. They look good on paper. This looks really good when you're reading it. But when you do the testing and parse the damage, it's really, really bad. So if we bring it up here, here's a normal test on the Warlock. Single target. I had 215,000 encounter DPS. This is no buffs, no debuffs, no artifacts, mount powers, etc. This is just going through the rotation over and over again. And you can see I have highlighted the Consumed Soul. It did 64,000 damage. I did 31 million damage total, right? I can't see if that's a decimal or a comma. No, I probably did 31,000 damage total, right? No, million, right? Million? Yeah, it's definitely million. I did 31 million damage. Okay, so the Consumed Soul, out of that 31 million damage, only did 64,000. you can see at the bottom here, it did literally 0% of my overall DPS. It's garbage. It's very, very bad. You could see it procced 26 times, and it did not crit, and it did not benefit from combat advantage. Two major keys on why this is bad. If it crit, it would be a little better. If it had combat advantage, it would be very better. Very better. Oh my god, what are we in 3rd grade? It would be a lot better than what it is. So, you could see, it did a max hit of almost 6k. Compare that to the Cursed Burn that did almost 2 million damage. It procced 400 times. It crit 78% of the time, and it had 97% combat advantage. So yeah, all these in-game abilities with the damage, they're garbage. They need reevaluated, looked at, something needs done, or just take them out. Take them out and replace them all with raw statistics or something. Because there's no reason, even as a new player, to use this. So what's my overall feelings on this nonsense? Again, Cryptic put out a failed product. In my opinion, failed product. $60 for a random one of these. The only decent one for DPS would be the accuracy, and that's if you can sacrifice the statistics to boost your accuracy. Lanu would be okay for healers. The Makos is just pure hot garbage. And Elmister is very, very subpar. I think Aragon did a test with the shielding and whatnot. It was bad. It's bad. So, yeah. Cryptic, if you're going to put products out expecting a cash grab, because that's what this was, right? That's why it was random and not guaranteed. Everyone would have just picked the Harlaxel off the rip. If you're trying to raise revenue for the company, this is not the way to do it. Gearbox, if you happen to see this video, you need to put your foot down, step in, and appropriately monetize your game to reach your your ROI, your investment that you have buying this game, because this is not the way to do it. I'm going to continue to put information out there to, buyer beware and tell people not to buy this stuff. So don't buy this. It's not worth it. Even though they are 4 mythic companions, all account wide, they're all garbage. So there's no reason to buy it. Save your money, save your Zen, save your Astral Diamonds. Maybe they'll get adjusted down the road to be at least in line with current active companions we have. Although I highly doubt it. They'll just leave it away. They'll reintroduce it several months down the road with the same price tag. Or hell, maybe they'll put them in the Astral Lockbox, because, why not? That's all I got for you. That's the whole testing process. That's the discussion. Don't buy these. These are hot garbage. They're doo-doo butter. And yeah, there's no reason to spend real-life currency on it or in-game currency on it. There just isn't. They're not good. They're just not good, unfortunately. So, that's it. That's the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That's all I got for you today. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns below. Yeah, I'll see you guys real soon.